You better laugh loud, this is being recorded. Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing? Are you guys excited? You guys are all gonna be on a live CD. You guys are the likes of like Britney Spears right now, and Christina Aguilera. Congratulations. All right, so anyway, I have two sisters, and they're like 9 or 10 or like 11, and one's like 14 or 15. I'm not really sure, but even though like I'm gone for college, they still figure out a way to blame everything that happens at home on me. Like I got a call from my mom the other night. I was like, "Hi, Mom." She said, "Hello, Shane. Did you hear what happened? Ellie cut her leg shaving." I was like, "Oh, well, thank God you told me that, because I definitely woke up this morning wondering about my sister's hairy leg situation and whether it was resolved." But I was like, "Oh, that's horrible. Why? What happened?" Well, when I asked her about it, she told me that Shane said my legs are hairy. I haven't been home for 3 months. I mean, granted, her legs do look like Chewbacca's, but that's beside the point. That was 3 months ago. And so I'm like, well, thank you, Mom. I really appreciate you keeping me updated on my sister's feminine problems. In a few years, give me a call when she gets her first period, and I'll never come home again. And, you know, like, it's stuff like that that just makes me never want to go home. But I have this obligation, because when I left for school, I basically left my dad in an estrogen war zone. It's just him, my mom, and my 2 sisters. So, like, once a month, it's Gettysburg for them. It's just tons of fighting and blood everywhere. It's disgusting. So, like, inevitably, I always have to like hop in my truck on every break, and I'm going home. And I'm like one of those drivers that just gets frustrated at everything that happens. Like, we could be stopped for the best of reasons, and I'll be freaking out. I'll be like, "A funeral procession? I'm really stopped for a funeral procession? Way to pick a good time to die, asshole. I need to get somewhere, okay?" And I sort of like, God knows this, so he likes to make sure every time I get on the freeway, I get behind that just piece of crap hillbilly truck that's just going 50 and 65. And I don't know like what these people are doing. I guess they just can't see people come up behind them because of the collage of Confederate flags and George W. Bush stickers in their back window. But these people are like Dale Earnhardt Sr. They're just dead behind the wheel. And like, in their defense, like, what can you really expect from someone that actually supported George W. Bush? I mean, this guy's going on a book tour right now, saying the most disgusting thing that happened in his presidency was Kanye West calling him a racist. Bushy baby, did you happen to forget about 9/11, the war in Afghanistan, the war in Iraq, Hurricane Katrina, the economic downfall? Oh, and not to mention those 2 things you like to call your daughters running around. But like him saying this is basically like Hitler complaining someone didn't call him a racist. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I get home, and when I get home, it's just still the blame game. But like my sisters like to make stuff up now. Like they'll be like watching cable news and they'll run into the kitchen and they'll be like, "Mom, Shane single-handedly gave the Republicans control of the House and now America's really screwed." And it's always that stuff. Like my little sister will even blame me for stuff that happens in cartoons. "Mom, Shane won't let SpongeBob give Gary a bath and he's really dirty." But like even though they do this, I still like to do things with them. So I always it's just real hard because they just like to watch TV all the time, and that actually scares me as a little brother because like one channel you see like Glenn Beck lying to America. The next channel, you see like a woman having 23 babies at once. And I mean, for God's sake, Sarah Palin has her own reality television show. Sarah Palin, everybody. The sore on America's backside. And you know, like I tell you what, on a side note, if I had a time machine, I probably wouldn't go back in time and kill Hitler. I would go back in time and stop the brother and sister couple that bred together to create that monstrosity. Because it is horrifying. She was almost our vice president. Our vice president. And I don't care what you say about her. You guys don't realize she is setting back the women's movement just leaps and bounds. And so, like, that scares me because, like, now that my sisters are watching this, like, I don't know if they're thinking that, like, reality TV stars are going to make great politicians. So, like, when they're able to vote, like, who's going to be our president? Like, Mike the Situation or Pauly D? Air Force Ones are here! Air Force Ones are here! Tuxedo time! It's ridiculous, and that worries me. So, I always try to, like, play games with them. And I don't know if it's just, like, my UD blood, but instinctively, I set up a flip cup tournament, and it never works out because the 11-year-old can't chug her beer fast enough. So I always have to I tried to play Clue with them, but they're cheaters. And you know, like when I play Clue, it's my duty to figure out if Professor Plum was piping Miss Peacock in the library. Professor Plum killed Miss Peacock with the pipe in the library, and you can't really do that when your opponent handpicks the cards that go in the center. It's just not fair. So we always end up playing Wii bowling, which sucks because she beats me all the time. So like I actually got like so frustrated that she's bowling 270s all the time, which I don't know what Nintendo was even thinking. Like, are they trying to like build her hopes up to be on the WPBA? Like she's gonna start wearing wrist guards instead of bracelets? Like spend the rest of her life as an alcoholic in a bowling alley? But anyway, I'm sorry, side notes, jeez. Anyway, so like I got frustrated one day and I taped the Wii remote to an actual bowling ball and I played her regularly, and let's just say I finally beat her for the first time in my life. But the thing that always gets me the most when I go home is when my sisters accuse me of stealing their clothes. Yeah, let that sink in. My one sister is always like, oh, Shane, I have a basketball game tomorrow and I can't find my jersey. I know it's in your drawer. Go find it. You're absolutely right, Abby. I did steal your 10th grade girls basketball jersey that says Shore Gals across the front. I was planning a trip to San Francisco, so I thought it might help me fit in a little bit. But like in reality, I actually did steal it. And it's not because I like to wear women's clothing, but I don't know if you guys have noticed, like when you walk around campus, like my roommates and I have noticed that there's like one day a week that like 60% of the males on campus, no matter the weather, like to wear jerseys and flat-brimmed hats. And whenever I see this, like I get sad because we've never gotten the jersey memo. I want the jersey memo. So, you know, like I put on my Shore Gals jersey and finally people can see my nipples. That's great. Showing off my guns. I mean, granted, I didn't get the attention I wanted in the ghetto. I kind of experienced new things, if you can catch my drift. But guys, that's my time. Thank you very much. Have fun.